The time is here. We are offloading the Vogue 900 DSX.
Alikuwa ngoja kwanza avalishwe alafu ndio akatoa.
Inakuanga yenyewe tavuta.
Kuna nyingine mambo unaweka.
Zile inaweza mwanga ni hizi yes na hizo zinakuwa pale kwa
Ladies and gentlemen, finally the time is here. Finally the time is here. We are offloading the Vogue 900 DSX, the biggest Vogue motorcycle that we have in this country. It is time, it is time, it is time. Welcome back to Two Hills Paradise. With this Vogue 900 DSX, the biggest adventure bike from Vogue that we have in the country.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Two Hills Paradise. This is Meshach. A very beautiful morning here in Nairobi, Kenya. And we have something very exciting. But before we get to the details, let me take this chance to appreciate you for taking your time to watch my videos. Thank you so much for the effort that you make. Thank you for the time that you spend. Thank you for the love that you have shown me. It has just been a few months, and now things are getting bigger and better. We have been reviewing motorcycles, telling motorcycle stories. We have interviewed bikers and so much more. And trust me, this is just the beginning. Here we are. This is Two Hills Paradise. Meshach, as usual, I'm your friend, and thank you so much for showing me the appreciation. You know what? As you can see in today's video, we are unveiling something. We are unveiling the biggest, so far, the biggest Vogue motorcycle in Kenya and probably in Africa. I don't think we have anything bigger than this. And the details are coming shortly. Have you subscribed to the channel so far? If you haven't done that, please take a second, hit that subscribe button, because here you learn everything. Trust me, you learn everything. We release videos 3 times a week. 3 times. We must have 3 videos every week. And it is all because of you. Everything to do with motorcycles is shared here. From training, which bikes to buy, your safety, talking about adventure trips, how to prepare for long distance, which bikes are best for which purpose. We do everything here, and we do it professionally and with a lot of love. That's why we are Two Hills Paradise. Back to business. Today we are off-roading the Vogue 900 DSX. Have you heard about that bike? I believe maybe you haven't, because it is a new bike into the industry of adventure motorcycles. This bike is the biggest Vogue motorcycle that we have in this side of the planet. We are in Africa. These bikes are coming from China, and I'm going to tell you the details about who is making these bikes and what to expect. Vogue motorcycles are made by a company called Lonsin. Lonsin in China is the biggest engine manufacturer. When we talk about companies that make engines, Lonsin is the biggest. And this is a company that was started back in 1993. It's not a new company. It's a company that was started back in 1993. And it is a company that is believed to employ currently over 7,000 employees who assemble motorcycles. And in the 7,000 employees, we have over 200 engineers who make sure that every piece of motorcycle is assembled properly. Every part that is manufactured properly. And that's the reason why these guys have gotten into partnerships with the giants of the adventure industry. What am I talking about? These guys are manufacturing engines for the biggest names that we have in the industry. For instance, motorcycles from MV Agusta. Since the year 2005, Lonsin has been in partnership with BMW, and they have been developing and manufacturing engines for BMW since then. We are talking about BMW GS motorcycles. Talk about G650 Satao. Talk about BMW GS 800, 850, and now we have the 900. And actually, the GS 900 shares the same engine with the motorcycle we are off-roading today. As you're going to see later on in this video, this bike is pure BMW. From technology to whatever it is physically, this bike is BMW. And it is not a mistake, or maybe someone will think these people have copied BMW to make a bike that looks like BMW. They have not copied anything, because they are the makers of the BMW engines. So much in BMW GS motorcycles is made by these people. And it is not a new partnership. It is something that started way back in 2005. Currently, they have partnerships with companies like MV Agusta from Italy. They are making motorcycles for MV Agusta. So much is happening in Lonsin, China. And these people produce about 2.5 million motorcycles every year. 2.5 million complete motorcycles and 3 million engines. These are engines that are going all over the world. To Japan, some companies in Japan, companies in Italy, in Europe, companies in UK, companies in Germany like the BMW and the rest, they are getting their engines from Lonsin. It is a company that know what they are doing. Currently, in Kenya, where we are, the company that brings these motorcycles here is called the Nairobi Power Bikes Limited. And I am so lucky and privileged to have a chance of unveiling the first Vogue 900 DSX in Africa. I will be doing that in this video. As you can see, we are in the process of unwrapping, unboxing, then we get into the process of assembling. Yes, it is the first unit of 900 DSX blood in the country, because these bikes have just been launched by the manufacturer. They are not old in the market, they are just new bikes. And Kenya was very lucky because we got some of the first few units that were produced by Lonsin in China. Most of them went to Europe, others were left in Asia. But in Kenya, we got 2 units. We are very lucky because we managed to get 2 units. Lonsin are manufacturing bikes from Naked and scooters. They also have the classics and the adventure. Much like the scooters, they have something they call R125, 300R, 525R, SR1, and SR3. Then we go to classics. They have the cafe racers and scrubbers. For instance, they have the Vogue 300 AC, and then they have ACX. AC is a cafe racer, I believe, and then we have a scrambler, ACX. Then we have a scrambler with a 525cc engine called the AC525X. Then we go to the adventure. They have the 300 DS, a very, very beautiful touring motorcycle. We have them here in the country. I have done some reviews of this bike on this channel. We also have 300 Rally. The previous video we had in this channel before this one was about 300 Rally. Just go check it out. Actually, I am riding one of them. Yes, currently I am using 300 Rally. Then we have 500 DS. We have 525 DSX. We have 650 DS, 650 DSX. We are talking about touring and adventure. That's why we have DS and DSX. Then finally, the giant of all is the 900 DSX, the one that we are discussing in this video. Right here in Nairobi Powerbikes, motorcycles come in parts, as you can see, wrapped in parts inside a metal cage, then wrapped in a carton, put in a container, shipped from all the way from Lonsin factories in China. Then they are brought to Kenya. Assembly starts from here. This is the warehouse, somewhere that customers do not have access. This is an exclusive place where only the staff members are allowed. They start the process of assembly by making sure that every part is there. When they unveil the motorcycle from the boxes, they have to make sure that every part is there. Then from there, they start putting them together. Much of the work have been done by the factory. It's only that when the motorcycles come here, the front wheel is not attached, but just for the purpose of making sure it can fit properly in the box, the front wheel is removed. The handlebars are removed together with all the accessories on the handlebar, and then the windshield is removed. If a motorcycle, especially for the adventure bikes, comes with boxes, the side boxes are put in a different carton. Okay, they don't come together, because if they were to be put together, it would be a very, very huge cargo to ship and also to move around, and chances of something breaking would be so high. So for it to be safe, some things are put separately, and the process of assembling starts from here, putting the motorcycle together and making sure that everything is bolted together as it should. No forcing issues. It is under supervision. There is someone who is just standing by to make sure that everything is being done the way it should. And that's the reason why in Nairobi Powerbikes, there have never been issues of motorcycles being assembled wrongly, maybe someone getting into an accident because something went off, something went loose. Those things don't happen here, and that's why I am so proud to be working with them as I am doing currently. Vogue 900 DS6. This is a pure BMW bike. As you can see, the engine, the frame, the wheels, the dashboard, the handlebars, the windshield, so much from this bike is BMW. So maybe we can say it is a cheaper alternative to BMW. Definitely, there are going to be some few things that are going to miss from here because the prices are not the same. The GS900 and the DSX900, they have a difference in price. Maybe some few things we are going to see in the next video when we are discussing the technical specifications, the power, whatever it is. When we start to discuss the details, maybe you're going to realize the reason why the prices will be different. Even if the motorcycle is like 90% the same, some few things are going to be missing from here just to put the price down, because the whole goal is to make it affordable. Make it affordable. The technology is the same, but there are some few accessories that you're going to miss from here. Although much of what you're going to get in the BMW GS900 and BMW GS850 is going to be found in this motorcycle. So far, so good. This motorcycle was unveiled early this year by the Ronsin Motors, and it is making its debut in many of the countries in Europe together with the F900 GS from BMW. This bike is coming with some exciting stuff, as we are going to see in the next video when we start discussing the technical specifications. Much of what we have here is like heated grips, heated seats. We have navigation controls, we have cameras. This bike is coming with rain assist, traction control, lane mode, road mode, sport mode, those rider modes that make riding exciting. Again, this bike is coming with very premium stuff like the suspension from KYB and brakes from Brembo. Those are things that you find in the BMW GS. Yes, some exciting stuff. It is packaged in a way that someone who needs a premium modern motorcycle for adventure, and maybe they do not have enough money to invest in a brand new BMW GS850 or GS900, they can still go for the Vogue 900 DSX, and they are going to have as much fun as someone on a BMW. Because maybe some few things that you'll find missing here is like the quick shifter, of which many of the adventure riders don't even require that one. Yeah, some few stuff in the accessories that are going to be missing. Looking at its history, you can see the power delivery from this engine and the engine from BMW. The difference is like 3-4 horsepower, and definitely this is not a difference in the engine. It is in the power output, especially in the electronics. The BMW have tuned their ECU differently from the way the Vogue ECU is working. That's why we have the variations of like 4 to 5 horsepower. But everything else pretty much the same thing. Pretty much the same thing. And this is exciting because if a company is making engines and other accessories for someone else, if they make their own and they make it cheaper, someone who will not be able to afford the other one can still go for this one. And doesn't mean that there's going to be weakness. The quality of the motorcycle you're getting here is weaker. Those things are not there. For a company that was started back in 1993 and making over 3 million engines and 2.5 million motorcycles a year, I don't want to believe there can be quality issues. It should have been controlled long ago. In Kenya, currently we have the Vogue 300 ACX, we have the 300 DS, 300 Rare, then we have the 525, and now we have gotten the new baby in town, the Vogue 900 DSX. It is a giant. As you can see from here, so far the assembly has been done. You can see the bike is now coming out like a complete motorcycle. This bike is a giant. It is a big motorcycle. In our next video, we'll be putting the bike to test, trying to see how it rides, trying to see how it feels. And from here, looking at it, you can tell things are getting better. Gone are the days when someone mentioned something Chinese and it was chaos. People used to believe that Chinese only make weak, cheaper, not only affordable, but stuff that do not have quality. But these days, as you can see, many of the companies around the world have moved to China, India, and Brazil. And it is all because labor is cheaper there. It is faster to manufacture things from there because so many people are skilled and so many people are jobless. Technology-wise, those countries have advanced. They can be able to pull up something up to par. So when we talk about something being made in India, made in China, made in countries like Brazil, you can believe me, their quality. These countries have put themselves on a map where other countries can rely on them for manufacturing. But mostly it's because of cheap labor. Those countries have so many people are skilled and they're jobless. And technology-wise, the countries have advanced. That's the reason why you can see most of the electronics are coming from China. Most of engines are now coming from China. When you go to India, you find that medical stuff are coming from there. Equipment, drugs, anything medical, they're coming from India. It is because the countries have advanced in technology and they have way too many people who can work in industries and they are skilled. So labor is cheap and it is faster to manufacture things from them.
Wewe, si BMW bike iko na stock. Hiyo bike iko na stock. Alafu iko balance usikio.